Hello. Hopefully,
Hi, everyone.
hopefully my mic and everything will not be too annoying, you guys. So bear with me. But I have Kathleen J. Lightworker with me this evening, and this is kind of uh, a special edition of looking at Putin and the people of the Ukraine, and wanting to
Mhm.
check in on them and see what we get. This is being recorded, so just in case you missed this or you didn't get all of it, don't worry. You can play it again. So, we're going to be looking at Putin and the Ukraine situation and seeing what's going on that way. And I had picked up some information of the different astrological birthdays, and I was wanting to see if I could glean anything out of that. And so far, the interesting thing that I see for Russia, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this page up, and you can see written down. Let's see what it says. Okay. Let me just get this. Wait, I don't have to paste anything. I'm always forgetting. Here we go. Share screen. So this is Russia's um, astrological
Mhm.
chart according to astrotheme.com.
Right.
And the sun is in Libra, its ascendant is Scorpio, its moon is water, its midheaven is Libra. So predominant planets, predominant signs are Libra, Scorpio, Cancer, and planets Saturn, Sun, and Pluto. Birth path of 9. So I just kind of wanted to take that in. And one of the things that occurred to me is that Vladimir Putin has some similarities. I know, for instance, he is a Libra, and who I believe has a great deal of. Here's his. Well, yeah, he's got his sun in Libra. His ascendant is Scorpio. So it's interesting how he shares those two together in common with the natal chart for Russia itself.
Mhm.
Now, his moon is in Gemini, and his midheaven is Leo. That's where we get a lot of this, you know,
Mhm.
sassiness between the Scorpio and Leo. There's a lot of water and fire there. It makes steam. Um, and his dominants are Pluto, Mercury, and Neptune. Birth path of 7. He's a water dragon. He's a whole 5 to 6. So we can look
Hi,
at that.
Sophie.
So
Hi,
we're really
Celia or Cecile.
hello, Cecile. How you guys doing?
Well, I was wondering, Putin has, I mean, if you encounter his energy, it says psychopath in big, bold letters.
Yes, Mr. KGB man.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
still pissed that you guys knocked down the wall, and there's no East Germany anymore, and
Mhm.
I'm taking it all back.
Mhm.
All. He's such
Yeah.
a prima donna.
Well, the thing that bothers me about this equation is if he whether or not he has enough of a grasp on reality to realize his own danger because they took Chernobyl.
Yeah, I know. And I want us to look at that. That's one of the key things. In fact, where's my notebook? You know,
I mean, he needs to be cognizant enough to know that he would be in danger too if he
yeah.
messed with it. And
Like, don't
you know,
even, dude. Don't even. But now he's like, if anybody does anything, I'm gonna press the nukes.
yeah, yeah. So I'm, but see, now here's the deal. Me and Sophie, I think we were on Sophie's channel,
Mm-hmm.
and we she was reading on Catherine the Great, and I was reading on Peter the Great, and I was saying that I got to a point in the reading, and I said
Yes,
he's going to
Chernobyl.
be
Sorry.
he is going to be assassinated by
Uh-huh.
someone he trusts.
Yes, I got
And
that too.
Sophie, yeah, and Sophie kind of went woo, and she said Brutus and Caesar.
Uh-huh.
That's what she saw when I said that. And then the next day, somebody on the news said something about the Ides of March, and I went,
Oh, yeah. When you get one of them, you're like, that is some synchronicity. That is some
yeah,
serendipity
yeah,
there.
the thing is March 15th is the day that Caesar was supposedly assassinated.
That's a date we should watch.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So I'm going to write some of this shit down. Because you know me, I got to do it. So let's put, what was the date again?
March 15th is the
Right before
date
St. Pat?
that Caesar was assassinated. Yeah, March 15th.
That's right. I'm terrible. And Caesar, I'm thinking salad. Stop. My brain. Caesar salad. That sounds good. Stop it, Maya.
Julius
Inappropriate.
Caesar and Brutus
Yeah.
was his most
What was it?
trusted.
Ed too? Brutus?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Dean.
So, hey Dean, how are
Yeah,
you?
it's a special.
You're
It's
gonna
a
have to come on my channel one of these days.
I've got to get him back on here too. I've got so many people I need to get on. Dean's a love. He's a great reader. And if you aren't here and you haven't subscribed to his channel, the Comments Corner, please do. And to Brighter Tarot and to Indigo Chrysalis Tarot. It's so good to have you guys here. Even if we're a small group, that's cool. I don't mind. I'm just glad to have a few other people along to bounce ideas off of. So I'm going to put that down. And we got the eyes. March. That's something. That is something going on.
Yeah, something's gonna happen. I think
Mm-hmm.
by March 15th, something's gonna happen. I don't know if he will be assassinated at that time, but
Or
it was
begin
just so
to
much of a, and what I wondered is if he'll run, if he will just get on his yacht and run, because it's like the people are going to, maybe it's because he thinks he has the people under his thumb and they can't, and it bother him, and they do. It's just there's
like
something he's.
a little, maybe, now tell me if I'm wrong, a little bit like, what was the Italian dictator? Mussolini.
Mussolini?
You know what happened to him?
Yeah.
Put their hands on him.
Upside down,
It
hanging
is.
him upside down.
Yes. I don't,
You're
I don't have my mic on. I'm just relying on, because my mic on my other thing was making weird noises. So I'm just having to rely on projecting my voice.
You come and go with that interference, that buzzing, like rubbing the microphone with a cloth.
Yeah, it's weird because I'm not mic'd up. I'm not wearing a mic. Let me just try to again look at the advanced options here on my audio. I'm going to put my mic volume up a bit more. Does that help at all?
Yeah, it does.
All right. How about there?
Awesome.
All right. There we go. And Bright Opal is saying that, hey, Kathy's Guided Light Tarot, and I'm wonderful to see you, babe.
Hey, so sweet.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, Sophie was saying she's been getting a lot of angel numbers, triple, and I have 2.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of 2s, actually. And just the other day.
I got 2s, 222, 20. And I had a revelation about something that we had talked about that is not at all with politics, but I had it on 222, and then I realized the message, and I looked, and it was 2:22 a.m. So,
oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the message delivered to me on 222, 22, and then I was thinking about it, and I looked at the clock, and it was 2:22, and I went, and I understood the message, and I thought, something to this.
Yeah, it's definitely a way of saying, pay attention. Pay attention. And I really think this thing with the Ukraine right now is part of what we need to be paying attention to. But I'm sure something else probably here. I'm glad they decided to do this live. I have been glued to agenda-free TV and Kyiv live streams, just dreading missile attacks. Yeah. Thank you, Cecile. I have Ukrainian heritage, and even if I didn't, I would be wanting to cover this because I'm so fed up with Russia. Hey, Larissa, my fellow Latvian queen. I'm so fed up with Russia bullying other nations, and now my mother's worried. Oh, are they going to try to go into Poland and Latvia because we have family in Latvia yet, and worried there very much. I don't think so. I think this one is going to kind of. I think this little jaunt is going to drain him at the end of the day. And just a feeling is that he's bitten off more than he thinks or understands that he can chew. I get the Ukrainians outlasting him and being assisted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what I wonder is, is the Russian government the other people who, let's say, the Russian oligarchs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think I have just not had a feeling that they were all on board with this. I've always had the feeling that it was pretty much Putin is the only one who has this Mother Russia restored kind of thing going on in his head, and everybody else
is fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all these. It pisses me off. There's all these people dying for what? For his fantasy, for Pootie cakes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Larissa, I agree. It really brings back a lot of intergenerational trauma. For what my grandmother went through, my mom, my grandfather, family, like I said, I have still over in Latvia, and that I'm concerned about. And as Larissa says, it infuriates me that once again, it's flexing. Hey, Geeky Heart. He's such a bully.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I see there will be a guerrilla war. I do. I think they're going to have to
somehow before the end of all this, um, I have seen several weeks ago just rolling blackouts of tech, tech stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and some blackouts in different parts of the country. I mean, actual like electricity blackouts. So I don't know if that's if I'm seeing the future or what, but um, yeah, the I'm seeing that they will try to retaliate, but they are going to retaliate in that way toward us.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Attacking potentially uh, our weak points, our grid systems, and things like that are not surprisingly, sadly enough, very well protected. And
Mhm.
I really hope that spiritual intervention. Yes, I think the oligarchs are going to even look more and more sideways at Putin. They're going to be like, as
Yeah,
this
that's what.
catastrophe begins to be
Mhm.
costly and their economy sees no gain or benefit, and it continues to make them tank or do more harm.
Mhm. Yep.
I think he's going to do like big, great guns going in. I do. But I think after a while, he's going to hit a plateau. And that's what the cards have shown me as well.
Yeah.
Even though he's very determined. And I think Putin has gone nutters. Putin's gone nutters. Okay, and Bright Opal
Yep.
says, Sophie says, he's got nothing to lose. I feel he's nearing the end. Yes. This is, to me, potentially a Waterloo-ish moment, maybe, for
Mhm.
him. And it is his last, ditch effort to reunite the USSR. I'm worried he will go for Latvia, Lithuania, or Estonia. That's when he will meet his end. If he tries it, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Russians that were protesting in the square were put under arrest roughly by the Russian police.
Oh,
Yeah, but they, I mean, they weren't shot or anything. And I'm thinking that it's the people who are going to suffer from the sanction,
yes.
not Putin.
No, he's
Putin's
got all
got
the
more
money
money
in
than
the
God.
world. He's one of the richest men in the
Yeah.
world. He's not going to go without a meal. He's going to have,
And I think it's, yeah, I think it's going to be.
I think there will be disillusionment with what he's doing. And
Yeah.
I've already read that Russia used, um, this is from the Daily Beast, Russia used beatings and tricks to forcibly send soldiers to Ukraine. Rights group says.
Okay. I can't hear you. It's all I hear is static again.
Oh,
So adjust something or something. Well,
oh,
now it's fine.
it's because I was looking at the other thing. I was going to share. Let's see if I can find that. The screen. Now, it says here that Russia used, can you see that? That they used various means of coercing people to go. Beating people. And basically forcing people to go. Oh, really? Dora says that, I'll remove this now. Dora says that she read that the oligarchy didn't take him serious about invading Ukraine. I think they should have. I think he's always planned to do this. The Russian people and the Ukrainian people are indeed innocent, and they are the ones that will suffer.
Yep. Ugh. You know, and what about that thing? And 45 has helped and supported Putin. The thing that I find interesting is that the SCNY prosecutors, 2 of them, quit on the day Russia invaded.
Yes, then there's that.
And, yeah. I know that this is for entertainment purposes only, and everything, but the Russian mafia is real, you know,
Oh, very.
and yeah, and so, and especially operating in places like New York, Los Angeles, you know, the bigger metropolitan cities. I'm not saying it's infiltrated throughout, but what I'm saying is, you know, you have prosecutors that suddenly, okay, no more.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah. And Putin is basically, I mean, the head of the government and the head of the mafia, the head of the KGB. I mean, you know, he does not,
He wears all the
it's
hats.
yeah, his fingers are in every pie. I mean, there
Absolutely.
may be different people who are technically the head of it, but he keeps a finger on the pulse.
Oh, absolutely. He's just put proxies that will do his bidding in place.
Yeah.
Like Medvedev was the vice president, or was the president for a year until he could change the law and come back in and be the authoritarian that he is. So that is something that Bright Opal says China will use this situation as a distraction to do its thing, I agree, and get Taiwan and expands its territory in the China Sea. That would not surprise me if they acted.
I see China as a tiger sitting in a bush. All you can see is its glowing eyes. But nobody walking by sees him. And he is just observing. And he's getting ready to pounce. But he will only pounce on if everybody goes away for a moment, you know, and then it's quickly and gone. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yep, I do. I think that's right. Indigo Chrysalis agrees, Heather agrees. So what I saw was, like I said, disillusionment, disenchantment, and him losing steam. People really being loud about not liking it. So go ahead, grab my cards, and see. And no, for something.
Indigo Chrysalis says, are Russia and China working together?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I think so. I mean, they're not like, oh yes, we will do anything for you. We are brothers in arms, kind of thing. No. It's you have your agenda and I have my agenda, but we can walk along the same path. It's just, you know, you're done over there. Yeah, it's like they don't trust one another. But
nobody.
Yeah. Can't hear you again, Maya.
It's okay, I wasn't talking. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I thought maybe we would look at Oh, Silver Star Priestess. Yeah, I'm here. I hope you can still hear me. Hey, you all. I thought the same thing. They're working together. Makes sense. Yes. Okay. So what I want to look at, I hope you guys can hear me, is whether or not what China's going to be doing. Let's just take a look at China during this time. There's something we need to be aware of.
Okay.
And then bounce back and look at Putin. I want to look at that March thing.
The Ides of March?
Yeah. Should we do that first? Let's do that first. That's just...
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Let's do March 15th, Ides of March, March 15th. Is anything going to happen with Russia on March 15th, with Putin? Okay, let's say Putin on March 15th. What do you think? That way?
Yep.
Or what question?
Yeah, I think that's good. And then we can look at if they're working together and what we need to know about that. It's going to put up gas prices here. It's going to put up inflation. Oh. Let's see. March 15th.
Oh.
I get the 10 of Wands. Which says oppression. That's the 10. Prudence. With the 8 of discs. This is an effort. Someone's taking care. Some kind of caution. And I'm getting the sign of Virgo. He does have a lot of Virgo people in his chart. Sagittarius. Okay. I'm getting Hierophant.
The tiger. Tiger and the crocodile.
Ooh. There's a crocodile and a tiger. Or maybe that's an alligator. And this is the very interesting imagery. Ever seen one like that? Now, the Hierophant is usually tradition. There's something that he does. I think he makes a very pedestrian or foolish mistake.
Yeah. I mean, the cards that I have, I got first card out of the deck is the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords. So I'm thinking, I asked if something would happen with Putin, and whatever this is going to be heartbreak.
It's also known to be betrayal.
Yeah.
a triangle with that 3.
Yeah. And our response, the world's response to what happens is the 10 of Pentacles. That's like, okay, it's over. It's a completion. We
Right.
can get back to money again. We can put things back.
Global commerce.
And yeah,
Global
yeah,
commerce.
yeah. And this one I got, and this is the Page of Wands, and I think that it's more people are going to be fixed on Russia, they're going to be looking at China. They're going to be looking and exploring, what do you have behind your back? What are you trying to hide? Because this type of thing has really kind of rattled some cages, kind of woken up a lot of people. And it looks like the 15th this is Temperance.
Right.
So the 15th of March, whatever happens, may bring about maybe the oligarchs, maybe something, but they're going to be more cautious. They're going to be more thinking about things. So that's
Right.
good because and then we've got the Star, and in this kind of setting, it's like the hope of the people of Russia, the him being gone or dispossessed or whatever you call it, that I think is a big hope
That's who I'm
in
reading.
Russia.
Yes. I think he's
So,
going to. With Silver
you think
Star
he's going to
Priestess,
what?
I think he's just going to feel very arrogant and very much full of himself. And and then I just get him like getting in way deep over his head. I do. He's going to bite off more than he can chew.
Well, and so Sophie says the invasion of Ukraine is practically over. They are in Kiev. They are about to topple the government. His mistake will be more to move forward to another country. And maybe that's the reason why I keep getting this connection with the 15th of March, because that would give him enough time to encroach.
It'd be interesting to see what he'll do. Right now, apparently, India, the Prime Minister of India, is ordering an immediate cessation of violence in a call with Putin. And okay, I don't know what that is, but the Silver Star Priestess said, "What'd you get?" An indigo. Here we go. She got the 9 of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the World. Yeah, that's the end. And it's going to prove 9 of Swords to be really rough. That's what I think. A very rough situation, violent.
Yeah.
Those got some comments here. I think you're right, Katie. That's what Sophie said. Okay. So let's take a look at what Putin's feeling with all these people calling him to stop. Should we do that? And it does look like March 15th is significant. It looks like there's something that he doesn't handle well, or there's the balance that's out of something that's out of balance with for him. It's going to matter.
So just all of the different people, not one specific, saying, please stop.
Yeah, like India and elsewhere, because I feel like there's a growing chorus of people around the world
Saying, please.
yeah, you need to, end this, stop it. So, just remember. Okay. Like, from his point of view, how does that going to make him feel? What's he going to do? Is he going to, because he's not going to want to look like, he's not going to want to look weak.
Right.
Not happy, Silver Star Priestess. He's not very happy, is he, about that? It's kind of like he's going to roll out his middle finger, I think, to a lot of us.
Right.
Because he doesn't want to look, he didn't take over the Chernobyl area to just go, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to leave now. I think he's going to prove to be a real pain. Does anyone know why this city name was changed from Kiev to Kiev? Or, I thought it was pronounced Kiev. But I probably am not saying it right, and forgive me if I am not. Kylo says, people trying to make it seem like those weren't peaceful protests. What are you putting on? I don't know who you're talking to. Larissa, Kylo. Okay. It's the same name. Yeah. That makes sense. All right.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Let's take a look. Hey, Clarence. Let's see what I get. Sorry. It's always that cool mind of handling the broadcast and then trying to read.
Well, if you don't have your cards ready, I've got these.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm trying to. Go ahead.
People are trying to make him realize this is the Six of Pentacles. So they're trying to make him realize, to work with the world, it's give and take. You cannot do this. You cannot take and not give. You cannot, you can't just say, I want Massachusetts here, and bully people, because that's not going to work, And so this represents all the people people who have had a connection with him in the past are trying to talk him down, essentially. They're trying to, they're making their public statements. India does not approve of this, but I think the people that have had more dealings with him or something are trying to get it through his head that this is not the way to go, and because I feel that he's lost in his own delusion, but and but he sees himself as the magician.
Oh,
He
yes.
thinks he
Master,
is all,
puppet master.
very much. Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I got the sun upside down, and I think this represents his mental state, as far as his focus is so narrowed and pinpointed, and it's just only him, me, I, looking at my belly button kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's he's not seeing how bad this can be. He's completely unbalanced. This is the Two of Pentacles. He's completely unbalanced. And look, let me see this one.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Ugh. He's tripping,
You
literally.
know? Yeah. And look, if eventually this is not going to go in his favor.
Yeah.
He may win the war, but what is it, win the battle, lost the war?
Yep,
He,
that's what I think.
he's not going to
Good night,
get
Indigo.
what he wants eventually.
Yep, that's the way I see it happening as well. Good night, Indigo. Thank you for hanging out. Calla Lily says he's going to try and extort parts of the Ukraine before he leaves. Oh, absolutely. His trademark. Let me just see how he's feeling about all this. If he's going to listen. I'm going to step back from the chat for a minute so I can read. Well, interestingly enough, we have the card of truce, which is the Two of Swords. I do think there will probably be a ceasefire, and then I think he's going to renege on that. Yes, tell Lily, as if he were being reasonable. Yeah, I think he'll take a hot moment for a ceasefire, so he can appease the oligarchs and the people that are going, no. Yeah. But here's the Temperance. There's a need for him definitely to moderate what he's doing. And I think he will for a hot moment. There might be other people that really are going to influence that. But the High Priestess, there's things. There's secret things going on behind, the scenes. And there's the Six of Cups, which usually it can deal with children, but it's also the past. This one, it says pleasure, but and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I think he's going to go right back in there to do exactly what he wants to do.
Yeah, especially with the Knight of Swords. That's zeal and energy, and you just really a religious zealot, and all that kind of stuff. So he's got that energy in, he wants to return everything to Mother Russia.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And very much so. And I think he's going to follow the Stalin Hitler playbook of, doing exactly what he wants to do, and toying with other nations. Oh yes, I'm not going to do that. Oh, I'll stop. The stuff he's hiding. Yeah, saying there's stuff he's hiding in the Seven of Swords. Yeah, it shows the moon, and he's got the illusion. Yes, he's smoke and mirrors. He's just a liar.
Yeah, exactly. Smoke and mirrors. That sums him up.
Mm-hmm. Not to be trusted. Oh, that's interesting. We get power with the Four of Pentacles. The Sun. And the Lovers. There's somebody working with them. I think it'll become more clear. China, in some ways. Yeah, it's in a hidden way with the moon.
Yeah. They're not like publicly best buds, but they're secretly like, here, man, I'll give you some. Yeah.
There's clarity. So there's going to be some stuff that comes out about who's helping them, like China, Yeah.
Well, I think the financials are going to, it's going to show. I keep getting frozen bank accounts. That's going to really light a fire under
those oligarchs.
Yeah.
Seven of Cups equals Putin. Yes, absolutely. He likes to whip up confusion. Does anyone else wonder if China is backing them? I don't wonder. They are, It's in their interest to. Can you pull cards to see if they are working together right now? Sure. Meant to do that. Well, the first thing I also get is definitely Cuba's been helping them with the Havana syndrome. Just came back up in my mind. So they have help by more than one. It's not just China.
Mm-hmm. It's all the little dictators all over the world.
Mm-hmm. North Korea, well, I don't know. North Korea's been quiet.
But there's one in particular in South America. Every time I see him, I think about Putin, and I cannot remember his name.
That wouldn't surprise me, because he's probably the richest man on this earth. Putin.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all, hidden. Let's see if they're working together. All right, let's see what I get. I think I got a good shuffle. I get victory, the Six of Wands. So yes, I do. That again, this is very much an indicative of winning a battle, and it's because it's in their own interests. So they're looking out for themselves and their own interests because they have simulant. So they're helping. Yes, the moon is the next card that goes with it. So there is hidden support, clandestine type of support, very secretive, under the radar. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I got, the Ace of Wands. They are looking at this with much excitement, much passion. They want it to succeed. Okay. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I have the Eight of Swords. So they feel like they're restricted until they see if he does or not. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's like, okay, yeah, you go, boy. You go. I'll just sit back over here. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're great. You're great. Um, but but the problem is they question his judgment on things, on how he is doing it, the cause and effect
Right, the bigger
of
picture. Yeah.
the bigger picture. The we wouldn't do it that way, but look at the card. It's the bear and the eagle.
America and Russia.
Hmm. So, you know, they're looking at, okay, but this is the judgment card, and what it's saying is they're looking at the they're looking at this with this discernment is what I'm getting
Yeah.
at.
Yeah.
They're trying to see the it's like the 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 things that America is doing back, and then Russia is still, like, you know, strong arm tactics and stuff. But I think they're looking at the efficiency of how we retaliate
Oh,
and
absolutely.
how it affects the economy, how it affects, and they're like studying. It's like they're taking down notes about, just how much this affects everything. They're looking at this with a microscope, and um, you know, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So everything boils down to, is it going to make me money for this acquisition? Am I going to benefit from it? Because
Right.
that's what matters.
That's exactly it.
And I got this. I may be stuck on my uh, assassination theme, but with my T cards, I got the man, which was Putin, and then coming out of a tunnel or going into a tunnel, and the knife, the sword. So what I'm thinking this means is, you know, a knife in the dark, a stab in the back. Uh, you know, that what it normally means is the light at the end of the tunnel. But with this card right beside it, mm,
It's a train
hmm
that's going to hit him,
yep, yep.
and it will
So
be clear.
yeah,
Mm.
so
Oh yeah. I agree. That's some amazing cards. I want to try and tighten again. That look at the 15th of March. I didn't feel satisfied with my cards, but if you don't want to, that's all right. I'm going to go
okay.
ahead again, because sometimes I get so distracted between trying to control and look at people's comments. I
Right.
lose my ability to read. So I want to look at that again. And if people are curious what deck I'm using, it is the Iris Sagara Arcana. All right. So I want to look again. I think this is really going to erode his power. Now, I think he's going to be like going great at it for a while. I do. I think he's going to be very aggressive and he's going to be feeling pretty chuffed. But then I just feel like that's going to shift.
Yeah.
Let me just take a look at that Ides of March. Well, we get a 10 again. We get the 10 of discs. The Knight of Wands. Save me some, Benny. 6 of discs. Success. Someone's helping. This is the assistance card. And lust. It's intensity. Makes me feel like it's going to be something very critical. Some kind of almost like battle going on, and just again, somebody makes I think he makes a mistake, or he doesn't think something completely through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's going to come back. Hermit, Prince of Chalices. I think especially where children are concerned, this is good. Let's look and see if America is going to endure any kind of cyber attack. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Cecile says, I am willing to bet the oligarchs have, Benny, that's really loud, have huge investments in China. Trying to learn from Russia how to hotel California investments from foreigners. That would make Putin be holding to Xi. Okay. And yes, Denise, I'm going to star your question. And I want to look at, thank you, Heather Reed, I want to look at the Chernobyl nuclear plant, too, what they're going to do with that.
Yeah. I mean, somebody said, I don't know, I haven't seen it on the news or anything, but somebody said that they had set off, or there was one bomb that landed somewhere where there was Chernobyl's waste dump at, so that's just lovely.
Dirty bomb, anyone?
Yeah.
Callaway says, and Russia will get hit right back. We can go round and round like this. That's exactly what I see happening. It's going to be pretty intense.
But I haven't checked that out, so don't do check it out. But why would you want Chernobyl? There's no commerce. There's
fear,
no.
It's fear factor, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe it's getting the. I don't know.
But
that's why will
America be hit with a cyber attack? I'm thinking yes, but
I feel like we can expect some of that. Yes. Definitely going to testify. Justice. I get the Justice card. So we are on guard for it. And Prince of Chalices. Yes. I think there will be smaller attempts and bigger attempts.
Yeah, I do too.
And I do get electricity, trying to manipulate it.
Yeah, I got, they're trying to they want to take control, but there are too many groups just running and stopping them. So yes, it will be hit with a cyber attack, but I don't think that it's going to have the impact that they want it to have.
Agreed.
I mean, it will have an impact. I'm not saying that, but it's not going to be the response that they want that to have, because, the 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 mercenary part of this is in play, because this is basically, pentacles are for survival. It's an earth sign.
Darn right.
So
Your body, everything.
yeah. So, you know, us having the slow prodding Knight of Pentacles is not a bad thing, because
Mm-mm.
he always reaches his destination.
Yep. He
So
doesn't make a lot of noise about it.
Mm-hmm. And so what I'm thinking, and this is saying is they'll cover the holes. They may, you may be down for a little while, but they cover the holes and get it taken care of. So it's not going to be the catastrophic thing that Russia was planning on.
Ah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Yep, I do. Definitely. And yes. And as Kylo said, them taking Chernobyl, because it could give them the means to create an ecological disaster. And they're not shy of plutonium or whatever that was in tea, etc. They deal with this deadly stuff. So let's take a look at Chernobyl.
Yeah, Chernobyl was a fear factor.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta grab my cards.
I think I'm going to put this one up. Yeah.
What did they do with Chernobyl?
What did they do? Yeah. First rattle out of the box. I'm not even going to put another card. The Seven of Swords. It was all strategic. It was for strategy, the strategy of fear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, I guess I will lay other cards, but that's just, yeah.
Larissa says a couple of months ago there was a rumor that a new leak had started there.
Oh.
Clarence says, I'm going to pray and go in the light, send love and light to everyone, and lots of hugs to you all everywhere. Oh, thank you, Clarence.
So
much
sweet.
love to you too. Throw it at the Ukraine, especially.
Yeah, I mean, have love in your heart and pray for them, because this is insane.
It's very dangerous.
The strategic card, they did it to instill fear. The Four of Wands reversed, but it's not got a foundation to stand on. This is just for show. There's no foundation underneath it, but they were hoping for kind of like you see because this is the justice card, which is cause and effect. And they know that with Chernobyl, the whole world feared it.
Oh
So
yeah.
this is they think that them having access to it, them having it under their thumb, will really, you know, that's going to make people bend to them. But here's the Two of Cups. So, you know, the world looks at this as, no, this is a partnership. You cannot destroy the world by doing that. You can't contaminate, you know so much space by doing that. So I think this is the reason why they got people like India, who really mostly stay out of your business. I mean, they don't ever make a big stink and beat their chest, but they're saying no, stop
Hmm.
it now. So I'm thinking it did not work. Yeah, he's the emperor, and he was wanting, um, here's the emperor upside down. He was
Mm.
wanting the um the control and the you know the mantle, to be Russia's or his. But no, no, the world is going to take whatever opportunities they have, whatever um, things that they can do without involving nuclear weapons, they are going to be done, because it's like everybody is reaching out and trying to to shore up um, democracy, because this is a threat to everyone, not
Oh
just
yeah.
to Ukraine.
Right. I mean, you got a number of other nations there. And Julia Mills says, I had a vision that one of Putin's own ended up helping him
Yeah, yeah, um,
take a vacation
yeah.
permanently.
I saw that too.
Mm. Yeah, Kylo, I haven't yet. And others, yes. So let's take a look at Chernobyl. I agree. You took a look at it. Now I have some look at my cards. That's right. See, my brain is on delay. Ah. All right. I hate it when I grab the deck upside down. Let's see what else. Yeah, it is an illusion. It is part of the whole delusion process, the Seven of Cups and the Two of Cups. So, this to me is an agreed upon, something that maybe was agreed upon by another working with Putin to do this. There is the delusion. Okay. Let me just see if I can. Moment here. Oh, she's waiting. You have the Chariot and the Nine of Wands. Now, this is something that I was wondering about. Um, they think this is some kind of victory or something. Definitely getting this, but I got the Chariot and the Nine of Wands as well. It's all for show. I The one thing though, I think they might get a little sick from being in and around that area if they don't mind where they are. I get a feeling like somebody could, but not like they'd ever tell.
Right.
Yeah, the Ten of Cups, again, it is big illusion, big nonsense, and it was a target. It was a target that they wanted to get hold of. But I do get the Empress and the Two of Swords. So I don't really think, like you said, that they can completely use this the way that they would like to, but it's as good as with a scare tactic. There are plans and how to kill people.
Well, I just saw Larissa Jeffrey, Poland is taken in the first round of refugees. Thank God. Oh, that makes
Less
me feel
Poland.
better. Yeah.
And we don't want to, I don't think that he's going to want to mess with Poland. Just a gut feeling, but I could be wrong. But I think he's going to definitely try and puff out his chest at them. Let's see, what else do we need to look at? Ukraine is going to make them pay. Yes, they will, and rightfully so.
Yeah. Yeah. Kylo, I feel like we need to take some money out of the bank just in case and also stock up on some things. I would do that too. Just to be, I mean, it's not like you have to fill your house with rice and beans, but you know,
Candles.
be to where that like it's gonna snow. You know, be up on everything so that if for a few days your tech doesn't work or something like that in your area, you got it covered.
Kylo is saying, yeah, they could definitely attack the supply chain. Let's just take a look
Yep.
at what they may, how that looks for us. I've got a feeling they'll try to do some things here, but I get a feeling they're going to start getting so pulled over with what they're doing in the Ukraine. I don't know that they're going to be able to do as much as they would like. Yeah. There's a huge protest in Moscow. People walking around slowly with occasional person being pulled into a paddy wagon. Depends on how long attack lasts, how successful it is. Always a good idea to keep a few things in the house. Yeah, batteries. Also, like I've got one of those solar chargers for my phone.
Yeah, I mean it's not like it's going to last. I've not ever gotten a feeling like somebody's going to have, you know, power be gone for a long time or
I
anything
think
like
it's going
that,
to be
like, you know, weeks or
pestilent.
months or something, but I just like it's like different um things around the nation are just going to pop up and be down and then they get back up.
Right, that's my sense of it too. It's just enough just to try to kind of throw us off and to continue to pump up this image of, yeah, we're so big and bad.
Mhm. Mhm. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Sneeze?
cover the thing and blow my nose and stuff. Okay, so just a
Go
bit.
right ahead. Okay. See, I see him becoming more and more unpopular as this goes on. And certainly it's already showing up there at home. He's doing that. Let's just see. I'm going to ask him about that. Will this be Putin's water? Will this be Putin's water? He can't arrest everyone, yes. He'll try, but it's going to get old. He's been very worried. Yes.
Okay.
Better.
Better.
Oh,
um. Okay. What are we questioning? I, I rattle my brain, I guess, whenever I blew my nose because I can't
that's all
remember.
right. We're just looking at, yeah, they are violent, the Russian police. Absolutely. My grandfather was in a Russian gulag for 10 years, so it's not a joke. What I want to look at is this his water? Is this the universe giving him a moment of water? Or is it going to be more things that stack up? Wouldn't surprise me if there's going to be more things, but I really am curious what will happen with this. I think he's going to really upset enough people. Let's just see. Will this be a big mistake for him? His walk leading to his end. The devil. Yes.
Yeah.
And the emperor. Caligula, anyone?
Yeah.
Ooh, lordy, I just got a power surge. Putin's guys, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they won't be able to kill everybody.
Yeah. But interestingly enough, I got the Hierophant, big business and everything, and I got the
And you know
Page of Swords.
he's
You know.
connected to the Orthodox Church there too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the Page of Swords. Um. Mm, you know. It's just I keep hearing the spy in the camp, but I'm
Keep
like,
hearing,
what can that mean?
let's find the camp.
Spy in the camp. Let me
It's
see.
interesting.
Let me see what. Change cards. Spy in the camp. What does that mean? Give me a clarifier on that. Oh. Um. It's not necessarily the spy in the camp. It's the spy is already there. The it's the people of Russia that are so sick of this and everything. It's not
They have
a
suffered so
yeah,
much.
yeah. And the thing is I got the butterfly of trying to spread their wings to get momentum, but the hard winds flip, flip them here and there. I got the rose for solidarity, the red rose. It for solidarity. They're getting to a point. They're reaching a point of of they have been dumped on so much it's going to erupt. And this was look, it's an eagle, a bald eagle.
And you know what else? Doesn't Poland have an eagle on there?
I think so.
Combined.
So, ooh, that's but it wasn't it and oh and look, if you read it like that, the Russian people against the government.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't get it at first, but it explained it to me with some other with a few
Yeah.
other cards.
Sometimes we need that.
It it's like, okay, I know you're remedial. That's what I swear to God. I said, "Oh, I got it." And I swear to God, my spirit guy kind of like rolled her eyes, and I'm like, "No, if you would just tell me flat out, tell me
Yeah,
what I'm
we can
trying to do,
avoid all of this.
we could avoid everything."
So Larissa says that the marching crowd in Moscow was large and late at night, wow, still out on the road making their point that they do not agree with houses. The world has been played. Silver Star Priestess. I got the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, in regards to what his own people are going through. They're going to feel abandoned, they're going to feel neglected, and that his efforts are not helping them. There's what they got to show for it. That's what I just feel like the disillusion, the whole thing of what the purpose of this. And I also feel, too, that some of the low morale and people that he's throwing out there to fight, So I think there's going to be people that are like, I don't want to do this.
Right.
Some of them. Let's see. Yeah, Putin voted Putin in the last one. That's right. This is what Trump wanted for himself. One thing about the Russians, they know how to overthrow. He won the internet today.
I, I I at least muted it. I got to the mute button. I didn't get to the stop cam button before it happened, but I got to the mute button so it didn't explode your ears.
Sorry. Oh my God. So, yes, they definitely know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but that background, that rubbing a cloth against the microphone is getting louder and louder and louder.
It's just so strange because I have no mic on and I'm using completely this setup. Let me just double check again.
You know what? Maybe you should get some of that blowy stuff, that thing like you blow off the keyboard.
Yep,
And,
I just got one.
And try to blow out. Maybe it's like dust in something that's rubbing it. Because I can't figure out why it gets softer and then louder and then.
I think it's this. Part of it is this camera has a tendency to do that. I know that. I might get a different one. Or spirits are trying to talk to us. They probably are. It sounds like a spider in the mic.
I love that picture.
Oh, thank you. I'll have to figure it out. I'll pick up another camera and see if I can get this. Yeah, I could unplug it. Let me just try to log out for a minute and unplug it. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, goodness. It's kind of a wow. Well, let's see. Will the U.S. tell students from Russia to leave the country? I don't think so, but let's read on that. This one. Will the U.S. USA tells students from Russia to leave the country. Look. I got The Lovers, which it's about the duality of yourself. It's about loving another. It's about, there's tons of different things that the lovers are about. But in this context, I think they realize that the truth and the opportunity is to go forward, because the Russian people are not responsible for this disaster. So I think there's going to be still there.
It's still there. Oh!
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But I was reading if the Russian students are going to be asked by the United States to leave, and I got The Lovers, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands, or Ace of Swords. So I don't feel that the Russian students will have to leave. It will not be a United States thing. They may be pressured to leave and come back home from Russia, but I don't think the U.S. is going to ask them to do so. So.
Okay. Is this really bad again?
Well, no, I can hear you now. I mean, at least.
It was light, but then it became worse. Oh, now it's quiet. I don't know what it is. I think. I'll have to definitely order another camera. If it gets really bad, let me know. Is it now bad?
No, it's bearable. Whenever a while ago, it was like when you clicked off, I just kind of went, oh. Because I didn't realize how much this
sound is. Let me just see something. I'm going to let you hold it, and I'm going to restart my computer. But I'm just going to see. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Let you take the show.
Okay. I think the students will be fine. Who knows, if they are asked to come home, they can apply to stay. Yeah. The thing that I've really been, all this stuff has just been, because I mean, there's the Trump accountability tango that we have going on with the SDNY prosecutors, quitting and all that kind of stuff, and it's just like it keeps you irritated. Oh, Kalo thinks it's her microphone jack. Oh, there's P44 Chippo. Hello. I was trying hard to hear her. Then when it stopped, it was like they stopped hitting my head with a hammer. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, there's a lot of different stuff going on, and everybody feels just so I think it would be a good thing if we try a daily, just a daily 3-minute prayer or meditation, and offer peace and love into the world especially in any war-torn country, whether it be Ukraine or anything. Yeah, we're all overwhelmed, and I think kind of reconnecting and doing a meditation, a short meditation. I'm not saying commit to, 5 hours a day, but I think it will help you as well as put more love into the world. And that's what we got to have is love. Oh, I'm doing fine, P44 Chapeau. Um, well, let's see. What do what's another thing about Putin? He's let's see, Putin in Ukraine. The what is his name? Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. I got that he was just a figurehead, and more military minds tried to help him, advise him, because I think I mean I'm not trash talking him or anything, but I think he's out of his depth with and most people would be with Vladimir Putin. New York DA's office is debating whether it can beat Trump. Well, pray for the New York DA. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Why? I mean, why? Let me ask that. Why did the New York DA quit? Let's just ask that question. Why did they quit? Why did they dismiss themselves? Why did they try to, back off? What? Were they threatened? Were they, or do they just not feel confident? I don't think that it's not they don't have a case. What did they, why? Threat. I asked why the U.S. New York prosecutor is dismissing why they quit, why all this kind of stuff. Look at this threat. Your own, whatever's the broadest thing you can think of. That was the threat. The power. You see? Can you see that in those cards? It was threats. It was physical threats.
It's like they throw them out a window.
Yeah.
You make me laugh, Maya. I hope I'm making somebody laugh. Because that's what it looked like. I don't know if this made any difference or not, if I still got the damn noise with the camera or not, but I did shut my computer down and start all over again, so.
Well, it's better. It's better. It's a lot better for right now.
Yeah.
But Kylo said maybe it's your headphone jack. messing.
That's what I'm thinking, but I don't have anything in it right now. I don't, there's nothing in it. So it's not plugged in. But I wonder if it makes, it's probably.
Let's see. Silver Star Princess or Priestess. Oh, I pulled. Oh, okay. The Knight of Pentacles, and in this Knight of Pentacles was a green marker with the Four of Wands and Three of Cups. I feel like they're threatening. Yeah. I think, and if you're dealing with the Russian mafia, that's scary. Because, even in mafia settings, mafia is always scary, but the Russians and the Chinese
they don't play.
Yeah.
And I've heard that the Russian mafia has really kind of taken over. Oh, there's hostage taking at Chernobyl. Lovely. I've also heard, what was I going to say? That just, dang, I just lost it. Completely lost my train of thought. Sorry, guys.
Well, okay, hostage taking at Chernobyl, but Chernobyl, how many people don't live around Chernobyl? Unless it was soldiers going there. I mean, didn't they have to like really move away from Chernobyl in order to get away from? Or were they moving back into the area?
I'm just looking to see. Okay, White House outraged over reports, this is from Yahoo News, that staff at Chernobyl have been taken hostage by, where did that just, Russian forces. Hostage taking could hurt efforts to maintain Chernobyl, which is contaminated with radioactivity. And then there's an explainer of why Russia and Ukraine are fighting for the Chernobyl disaster site, the still radioactive site in the world. What is the point? Okay. Our defenders are giving their lives so that the tragedy of 1986 will not be repeated, the Ukrainian president said. Why would anyone want an inoperative power plant surrounded by miles of radioactive land? And the answer is geography. Chernobyl sits on the shortest route from Belarus to Kyiv, Ukrainian's capital, so runs along a logical line of attack for the Russian forces invading Ukraine. In seizing Chernobyl, Western military analysis said Russia was simply using the fastest invasion route from A to B.
Okay. But you've also got the fear factor too. So it was like bonus points.
Oh, absolutely. And I still think that the fear factor in that was, as you just said, the main reason why they did that. They can get lithium from that area. It's, yes, but Chernobyl is a protected site because of uranium or plutonium. I wouldn't trust them, the Russian way of taking care of toxic messes is to kind of, ignore to a degree.
It's real loud now.
Oh no. Is it bad?
Yeah.
What about now? Is it still good?
Okay, that's good. You're good.
I'm wondering if it's the light feature on this camera that might make the noise inside of it or something. Maybe if I don't use the lamp on it. So there are reasons to protect Chernobyl and the reasons to take it over, yes.
I don't know. Sophie says, I don't know if this is true, but I also heard rumors of Putin wanting a concentration camps. Chernobyl would be a great place for that. Yeah, because there's.
Yes, it was a rumor. If they cut power at the plant, it can cause another nuclear disaster, which is why they haven't cut power yet. Probably, yeah. Kiev. Wow. It gets louder. What did it say when I move
Heavy
away?
explosions in central Kiev. It makes me feel so helpless, you know? I mean, you just want to stop it now. Ugh. Those poor people.
I just took the Wi-Fi off of my phone, which is over here, but it's not connected to my laptop. But let's just see if anything stays better. If it gets louder again, let me know. And I'll just close this out. Is it getting bad again?
Well, it did for a minute, but now it's good. So keep
Don't move.
Don't move. Just keep frozen in that spot.
I'm gonna have to buy a new camera. I think it's the mic on this camera. I've also got a nice mic in my closet, which I should get out. Maybe that would be better. But that's sick.
That is sick. It is sick.
It seems that when you move over, I'm just there's nothing. It's just a camera that sits on top of my laptop. That's the only thing, and it just plugs in through USB, and I have nothing else plugged in besides this camera. So it comes and goes. I think it's the camera.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't understand why it came and went.
Do not move. Try not to breathe. Hold up the antenna. Just like that. Well, I tell you what, guys. I'll go ahead and close out here, and I'll be adding some off-camera readings until I get another camera. I think it's this one, and we'll see what happens. And I'm going to dig into my closet and see if I can find my decent mic. Maybe that will help too. I don't know.
Well, I love you, and
I
will even listen to you if it hurts my ears.
Oh, you're too sweet. I'm not going to put anybody through that anymore. But yeah, it sounds like, God, it's just so weird. I'll have to look at my settings and everything. How so strange, you guys. I'm so sorry. But I'll figure it out, and I'll definitely grab, I think, another little camera up here. There we go. So thanks, you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to eat my dinner now. I made a frittata, so I'm going to eat. But I'll see you guys.